Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Buckeye Piper here. Coming to you live from the, if I move my finger there, usually don't use my phone, so what do you know? Coming to you live from the front yard. It's power washing day, so the backyard's tore up for now. Thought I'd sit out here and have a cigar. Ice cold water with olives. A little olive brine. Maybe a splash of vermouth, but that water. It's from France. Delicious. Rosalones Reservas. It's all right. Tell you, I like it, but I've picked more stems out of this box of cigars than they picked out of the field in the Dominican, or this is probably from Nicaragua, I believe. Yeah, this is Nicaraguan. So I picked more stems out of this box that they rolled than they probably left in the field in Nicaragua. And that's not a good thing. This has a nice sourdough bread taste. Love it. But the draw on it's terrible. I don't have my draw tool with me. And every time I smoke one, I pick out a big old stem. There's another one in this one. They like to roll stems. It's a budget stick. What are you going to do? But, you know, I like budget sticks from other manufacturers. Drew Estates, they do a great factory smoke budget stick, and I've never picked a stem out of that. We were going to go to the camper today. He said 50-60% chance of rain. So here we are, not raining. Rained earlier. It did rain this morning. So waiting on my son. I'm not sure if he's coming or not, but hopefully he can make it. That was the plan. But if he doesn't, you know, if he can't get away, he's super busy at work. So if he can't break away, trust me, I understand that. I like to put that ice water in the fancy glasses. That way my neighbors look over and think that I'm smoking a cigar and drinking a martini, sitting in my front porch, my front yard, in a golf cart. I like to keep them guessing. See the veins in my neck on that draw. It's like a Incredible Hulk draw. Anyhow, just want to check in, say happy Saturday. As a wasp circles me. And I've got to get a new salt gun because we left our assault gun down at the camper because there's a lot of flies, a lot of carnage at the camper, which is fun. So we plan to buy the newer assault rifle for here, for the flies and the wasps, but just haven't done it yet. A little disappointed. Went to Ace Hardware today. They're our local big green egg, what's it called? Big green egg distributor. Okay. Wanted to get a side table for my large green egg, and wanted to get a new temperature gauge. Wanted to get a new cast iron grate and some gloves, some new gloves, and they didn't have any of it. So I ended up buying this nice 140-gallon deck box. We'll replace our old deck box, take our old deck box to the camper. So that'll work out. That'll be good. But we need one down there. Need one down there. Keep some stuff in. I'd like to get back to the camper, but it's been a few weekends. Maybe next weekend. That's what I've said the last three. Maybe next weekend. Maybe next weekend. This was the weekend to do it too, because Mrs. Buckeye was off. MBA was super light workload this week, so this was the weekend to do it. And I don't think we're going to do it. But we're going to camp here. Except we're going to sleep in our bed, you know. Be a little weird to sleep outside, but we have everything else. We have the golf cart, we have the drinks, we have the grill. So we'll see. But anyway, back to the big green egg. A little disappointed. This is my knock on big green egg. Love it. Cooked steaks like you wouldn't believe. And actually I got mine, you know, I bought my big green egg and they threw in a brand new house in Georgia. think it was the other way around, but you know, I don't know that I would have paid $1,000 for that grill, but it came with the house. And after I've used it for a while, I would tell you, still tell your wife that you spent $1,000 on the grill, but it's a really good grill. I didn't spend $1,000, Mrs. Buckeye. You know we got that with the house. Or I got the house with the grill, because we don't have the house anymore, but we still have the grill. You get what I'm saying. So I bought an expensive grill. 30-year finance. But the house is gone. I still have the grill. Anyhow, my knock on Big Green Egg. You can't buy stuff online. They got knockoff stuff on Amazon. You go to Big Green Egg, it says, look for a local distributor. Here are 3 in your area. And you go to those distributors and they don't have what you want. That's why I like my Kamado Joe Jr. down at the campground. So maybe I'll end up with the Kamado Joe here. But the egg's awesome. Just getting the parts for it suck. Truly does. Truly does. So 25 mile. Yeah. Nah, it's about a 35-mile round trip for nothing. Except for the tote box. No egg parts. But I did get out, get some air. So, aside from that, here in North Carolina, it's been hot as the dickens. Crazy hot. And hopefully we'll get out of that real soon. So, definitely looking forward to Halloween week. I have that entire week off. You know where we'll be that week. We will be at the camper that week. For sure. Anyhow, I hope you're well. I've checked in with a lot of you. You're doing all right. That's good. That's good. So, hey, if the neighbors walk by and see me drinking French ice water with olives in a fancy glass, smoking a cigar, sitting in a golf cart in my front yard. Nothing abnormal about that. Oh, we did have a deer in the yard today. That was something. So, yeah. If Walking Dead ever happens and we get a zombie apocalypse, I know there's a couple deer behind our house. I know there's a big old turkey. That sucker back there, he's mean. And riles up. I know there's a turtle out here too. I know we could board these windows up and hunker down and sneak out back and we'd be okay. A-okay. Hurricane missed us. That was the big news. You know, I slept through the daggone thing. It's nothing more than a rainstorm. In fact, the storm we had this morning knocked out the power for about a minute or two. The hurricane didn't. That'll happen. So glad I bought that generator. I still want to get that whole home Generac, but I just can't see spending the money. That's, you know how they suck you in on that, right? $5,000 home, all home generator, run everything. That's really good. You know, when you think about a big generator to run a third, not even a third, probably a quarter of your stuff's about $1,000. Yeah, you can get an $800 generator from Lowe's. Plug up a few things. Plug in your coffee pot and your microwave with those few things and see what happens. But that whole home is nice. And they tell you $5,000. So, okay. Then they hit you with, oh, yeah, we got to trench the gas lines and the electric, and that's going to be $5,000. So it ends up being $10,000, $11,000. I mean, the peace of mind is sweet. My old boss had one. Anytime the power would flicker, he'd get a message. I mean, just even if it flickers for a minute like it did today, boom, kicks over, message pops up on a smartphone. You're on backup power. It runs the whole house. So if we were staying, I would do it. I just don't know that we're staying. Who knows where the Lord will place us. I'll tell you what, if I keep sitting in my front yard in a golf cart, drinking French water out of a martini glass and smoking a cigar, it might be counties where we end up. that French water. Very tasty, very tasty. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Anyhow, folks, I've rambled. You've listened. I don't know what's worse, me rambling for 10 minutes and 15 seconds or you listening to it, if you've made it this far. If you've made it this far, thank you. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. I'm going to buzz around the neighborhood and see what the neighbors are doing. I guarantee you they're not. You got it. Sitting in the front yard in a golf cart, sipping French water out of a martini glass with olives, smoking a cigar. They're not doing that because I can see them all. Anyhow, folks, be well. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. COVID's still out there. Nothing dumb. We'll catch you next time. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you.